Mr. Moynihan, what kind of footprint do you have in the 50 states?
We cover about 80% of the population today, and that's by places that historically we were in, and we continue to build out.
Do you have a presence in all 50 states?
We have commercial banking in Merrill Lynch that might. I'm not sure we're quite in all 50 states now, but we're close. But not retail banking.
What's the name of the bank you represent?
Bank of America.
Bank of America. Do you think the policies of the Bank of America represent the values of all of America?
I think we have a purpose. We have a company that has a great purpose. We have 200,000 plus teammates at work, and we continue to build the company.
Where are you from?
Southeastern Ohio.
And you live now where?
In Boston.
Do you ever go back to Ohio,
Yes.
Wisconsin, Minnesota, Oklahoma, Texas?
Yes.
You go to those places? I bring that up because I look at the gun policy, and I think that there's a lot of Americans who you serve would greatly disagree with that policy. It might play well in the East Coast, might play well in California, and maybe your bank is not the Bank of New York or California, it's the Bank of America. And I would just point out that you can look at guns, but do you bank Hollywood? You know? Any movie studios?
We bank movie studios. We bank all kinds of companies.
Do you bank anyone that makes video games?
I think we do.
I think you do too. Have you watched any movies that come from Hollywood?
Yes, sir.
Do you have an exclusion on any Hollywood movies that use guns? Because I don't think there's many Hollywood movies that come out that glorify the use of guns.
Sir, I was being precise before that our decision was based on teammates, 100-plus teammates that were in places that were places of horror.
But you also have teammates, Mr. Moynihan, that abide by the law and follow the rule of law and appreciate their Second Amendment.
The Second Amendment is the rule of law in this land. We agree with you.
Okay, well, your policy doesn't necessarily agree with the Second Amendment, does it?
The policy is about people. We asked the companies that manufactured these type of arms for sales to citizens if they would amend their practices to somehow put a governor on it so our teammates wouldn't be in that position. Believe me, with 200,000 people, we have people represent everybody in this district, every idea you could have in America.
Exactly, but you chose to say,
both of
you say, I'll take a roll on these guns,
yeah.
But I'm still going to, we've had guns in America for a long time. Right. The things that have happened recently are horrific. Is it that guns have just come into America, or has something else changed? Maybe your bank should look at what else is going on in America that's changing people's mindset to pick up a gun and do a horrific thing, or use a crock pot, or use a knife, or a machete, or a U-Haul. Something's happening, and to take away the rights of law-abiding American citizens where I live, I would tell you that does not comport with my view of America. And if you're not going to look at movies and families and video games, we find it somewhat problematic. Did you also comment that you don't bank some energy? Is that right?
We bank energy companies, and there's some that we don't.
Which ones don't you bank?
We had a policy to work our way out of our portfolio of people who did what we used to call, where I grew up, strip mining, but it's mountaintop removal in the common vein.
How about energy? How about oil and gas?
We do that.
You do? Okay. How about coal?
We still have coal relationships that they're wanting down.
Excuse me one moment. Mr. Moynihan, would you please speak up and speak into the mic, though?
If you'd pause, if I could get my 8 seconds back on the clock. Thank you. I would just want to make a note to the panel. I appreciate what you do for America. I think Mr. Diamond says it well. If you all are a lot smaller, does your work necessarily go to, in my district, I might say Nicolet Bank or River Valley Bank or Connexus Credit Union? If you guys don't bank the big deals that you bank, they don't go to small banks, do they? Don't they go to the Bank of China? Doesn't your business go somewhere else, Mr. Diamond?
It would go to other banks, larger banks overseas who can do the business.
Which means we have less influence in the global financial markets, right? Would you say, Mr. Diamond, that we're a leader in global finance?
I think that America is a leader in global finance, and I hope to God that we remain that for the foreseeable future because it's a critical part of having a very healthy.
And when you impose, I've got about to ask the ranking member for 10 more seconds that was taken from me.
I'm sorry.